Get on up. Everybody right there. Get into it. Everybody right there. Get involved. Everybody just come on up. Come on up. Come on. Come on.
Hello, this is Colleen from The Public Good. We are joined by Jay Burney, environmental activist from Times Beach Nature Preserve and our Outer Harbor campaign. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. It's summer in Buffalo.
Yes, it is great out
Good
there.
times.
And speaking of summer in Buffalo, the best place to go probably is the Outer Harbor. Maybe some don't know quite what's going on out there as far as flora and fauna and maybe how to get there. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, well, Buffalo's Outer Harbor is one of the greatest assets of our entire region. It's right on the shoreline of Lake Erie, right at the nexus of Lake Erie, the Buffalo River, and the Niagara River. You can access it by car, by Skyway, by Ohio Street, by Tiff Street, or if you're pedestrian or bike oriented, you can get there. There's bike complete streets trails on Ohio Street, soon to be on Tiff Street, or you can take the bike and pedestrian ferry, which leaves regularly from Canal Side. It's a pretty regular schedule. It costs $1 each way, and it drops you right at the beginning of the Outer Harbor, where the old lighthouse is and where Times Beach Nature Preserve is.
Awesome. That sounds great. So there's a part out there called the Bell Slip Preserve. What's that all about?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to think about the Outer Harbor. First of all, it's not a natural area; it's all fill. It came about as Buffalo developed from a wilderness into a commercial port, and then into an industrial area, and now into kind of an abandoned area in some senses. But that abandonment has allowed nature to kind of reclaim a lot of that area, including Times Beach. It's a beautiful place. The Bell Slip is formerly a ship channel that was filled in maybe 80 years ago, and there's been a lot of environmental remediation that's gone there to reestablish fisheries. For instance, there's a muskellunge habitat there, and adjacent to the Bell Slip there's an incredible sand habitat. And it's unusual because we don't have much sand left on the Outer Harbor. Most of the fill out there is different kinds of things, but there is some remnant sand. And with that remnant sand, which may have come from dredging the Bell Slip, are some seeds of plants that you just don't see anywhere anymore. There's one plant called the spotted bee balm, and there's a video on our website called Introduction to the Bell Slip where you can see the spotted bee balm, which is very rare, and it's symptomatic of a habitat that's long vanished. We'd like to both protect what's there and try to reintroduce other plants and maybe more sand out there so that we can reestablish this really critical habitat, which is part of our original historic biodiversity.
Awesome. That sounds great. So there's a lot at stake there. What other kinds of advocacy efforts has our Outer Harbor started to undertake?
Well, we became involved when the state decided that they want to develop the Outer Harbor more, and their initial cuts at it were commercial development. The initial announcement was about condos and a new community out there. We see a lot of value in the outdoors. We see a lot of value in nature, and privatizing that property would seem to take this resource away from most people that live here. So we really advocate that this place remain public. Not just the Bell Slip, not just Times Beach Nature Preserve, but the whole area out there should be able to be public access, not just privatized development. So you want to see the sunset, you want to see the lake, you want to see the river, you want to see birds, you want to see nature, you want to breathe fresh air. The Outer Harbor is for all of us.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jay. Thanks for your work. Great.
Everybody over there. Get on up. Everybody right there. Get into it. Everybody right there. Get involved. Everybody just